Hi guys, this is my first webinar. Yay! I have been putting this off for so long because I am terrified of sitting here talking to this computer and not knowing if anyone's listening to me. But I've had a lot of feedback and I have teams in all different states now. You're in South Australia and Victoria and New South Wales and Queensland and even Northern Territory. So I want to support you guys. I don't just want to be able to support the people that are close and near to me physically. I want to be able to support everyone in my team because I love you all. So I am going to be committed to be doing these on a regular basis and hopefully provide some information that's useful to you. If you have any suggestions of things that you want me to post, just let me know. I thought a really lovely one to start with would be hello and welcome. Um, Also, I guess, like, what's the first step? A lot of people get these oils and have no idea where to start. They're a bit overwhelmed. There's a lot to learn, and to be honest, you never stop learning. So don't feel like you have to learn everything before you start doing anything. Um, Step one, put a drop into your diffuser and get it. Actually, no, step one, get a diffuser. Step two, put a drop in, a couple of drops in, and turn it on. And all of a sudden, you are already coming into contact with the essential oils. That is by far going to be the fastest, easiest, safest way to start using. Obviously, then we can get into topical use and our internal use, which we can go through in other webinars. But step one is just start, open those little bottles, crack their lids, smell them, and enjoy them. Um, the other essential thing to have is the Modern Essentials, either app or book. So this is the app. If I don't know if we can see it actually with the reflection. Oh, there's a little bit of it. There you go. That's kind of what it looks like. Um, it costs about $10, or there is a book, and I'm actually a really big fan of the book now. This is the book. So it's fantastic. It's a nice thick hard copy. I have a couple here, but you probably should be able to get them online for about $50. I think they're about 47. It has every single oil that you can possibly think of that doTERRA sell. Single oils, blends. It also has conditions. So if you want to look up any condition whatsoever, you just, it's all alphabetized. You just go up there and it's got all the recommendations. The other thing the book has over the app is a lot of other information in regards to research. So they might say that lavender is really good for healing burns, but it'll actually go and advise you what research was done to provide that information. So the book is fantastic, but the app is super effective and super efficient too. You can just type it in, you always have it on you. So I'm out now, and whenever I see someone sneeze or hurt themselves, or I don't know, having a child in a meltdown in a supermarket, I'm out there going, hi, can I help you? I've got this that helps my kids. Do you want to try it? Anyway, so get the app. Another really fantastic resource is this book. It's called Modern Essentials, Emotions and Essential Oils. It covers all the oils and the blends. The latest book with the orange cover has the emotional aromatherapy oils in it, which is a whole other webinar again. They are amazing. But this has been quite an interesting experience for me. I initially got the oils, I guess, from a physical standpoint. But then when I go to my box and I pick something intuitively, and I don't know why, I just feel drawn to something to use. And if I don't let my head take over and rationalize it and just go with it, it normally gives me some amazing experience. And then I go to the books and go, why did that happen? And sure enough, there'll be something in there that makes sense. I've been meaning to tell an experience to do with spearmint. I've actually got it here right now. Spearmint, it's delicious. There it is. It smells like Wiggly's spearmint chewing gum. It's exactly what it smells like. But for me, I had this experience, and I got really emotional smelling it. really, really emotional, and I started crying, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because the smell was like so, made me happy, and I just kept smelling it and smelling it and breathing it in, and I'm like, oh, oh, and then all of a sudden I started crying, and I'm like, what is going on here? And it took me back to some memories from my childhood. Now, most childhoods are, I don't know, not perfect. You're dealing with friendships and schools and high school and stress and hormones and all sorts of things, and parents and siblings and yeah. So I guess we are all recovering from our childhood to some extent. But I have two people in my life that really resonate um, this smell for me, and they are my dad and also my bestie Kelly. If you're watching this, um, my dad, because when he quit smoking when I was young after he had a stroke, he just quit cold turkey, and he replaced his cigarettes with spearmint, Wiggly spearmint chewing gum. So um, this will forever and always remind me of him. But the other important thing, I think, which was probably more emotional for me, was my girlfriend Kelly, because she used to always have the chewing gum in her bag at school. And I'm sorry if this story is boring you, but it's one I would like to share. And so she'd pull out the little sticks of the chewing gum, and she'd always rip it in half and give me half. And coming from a childhood where, you know, it was difficult to make friends, and I never felt really kind of, I don't know, belonging to a certain area, um, Kelly was always a rock for me throughout high school. And yeah, so she, just that little thing that she used to do meant a lot. It made me feel loved, if that makes sense. That someone is willing to share something with me that is theirs, that they don't need to. It makes me feel important. Um, and that was a really special experience to kind of go back and revisit. But also the pain around, you know, the other friends that you have, and you know, the other situations you were put into that didn't make you feel that way, and the hurt that that brings up. Um, so like I probably sat with that for about an hour, working through that, and cleared something, because the smell doesn't make me cry anymore. It just still makes me happy. But I went to the book, and I'll read it out for you now. Spearmint is the oil of confident speech. So spearmint inspires clarity of thought and confident verbal expression. The individual in need of spearmint may hide their thoughts, opinions, and ideas by withholding their voice. Spearmint encourages inner clarity about one's personal convictions and opinions. It then assists individuals in translating these inner clarity into words. Spearmint promotes confidence in expressing oneself verbally, especially when speaking in front of groups of people. It helps an individual create an effective stage presence by infusing an individual with confidence. Spearmint also encourages individuals to take a public stand on behalf of their values and opinions. Spearmint can be a helpful remedy for those who struggle with communicating clearly for a wide range of reasons, from feeling scattered and inarticulate to stumbling over one's words, which I do all the time. It assists individuals in becoming emotionally clear about what they want to say and then saying it. In short, spearmint can help individuals assess their inner light and convey that light to the world with clarity and confidence. So I really need to have spearmint with me all the time, because I get tongue-tied and it's really, really embarrassing. And so that was really fascinating to me, because it's like, yeah, you know, like I have had this voice inside of me that is very, quite often doesn't feel like it gets heard, and it feels like it's got something to say. So to have that at my disposal to use is really comforting for me. Another thing I just went to also, I went to the book just to see what therapeutic benefit spearmint has outside of putting it in chocolate when it's delicious. Um, Aromatic influence of spearmint. It's a hormonal-like activity that may help open and release emotional blocks to bring about a feeling of balance. It acts as an antidepressant by relieving mental strain, fatigue, and by lifting one's spirits. So when it mentioned releasing emotional blocks, that really hit home for me and made sense. It just made sense. So from coming from something that was an intuitive pick and a smell and an experience, and to like, yeah, going back to high school and childhood was powerful. And something that I'm only just starting to experience with these oils. So I've had them for 5 months now, and initially it was always the physical side of things. My favourite ones, I guess, for that are frankincense. Love frankincense. I've just got the little touchy rollable ones. But I mean, I've got my full kit here too. Hang on. Yeah, Frank. Who loves Frank? I love Frank. So, I mean, this was probably one of the first ones I ran out of, especially with the kids. It's fantastic for everything. Bernard gets quite sensitive if he gets congested, and Easy Air can be a bit hard on him with the menthol from the peppermint and the rosemary and the eucalyptus. So, frankincense is an excellent alternative for respiratory support, coughs, itches, bites, calming, soothing. Anything that nourishes the blood and the brain, frankincense is going to benefit. So if anyone uses any oil every single day, it needs to be this one. You can sleep with it, you can diffuse it in the morning, you can wear it topically. Ladies, put it on your skincare. It's fantastic for fine lines and wrinkles, darks, circles under the eyes, sunspots. It's the king of oils. We love Frankie. Frankie is good. What else do I use? Emma actually was using Digestin a bit today. She's had a sore tummy, and she now comes to me and goes, "Mummy, I need my oil." She's got a sore tummy. So there's been a bit of gastro-y stuff going around, and I don't put anything to chance these days. Prevention is best, and if in doubt, just put a little bit on. It's definitely not going to hurt them. It's only going to be benefiting their body. So we're already starting to key ourselves up for winter with On Guard. When I was at the convention, On Guard was really interesting to hear about from a different perspective, as in I always knew it was fantastic for supporting your immunity when you're unwell, but what it actually is really good for is supporting your immunity for when you are well. So use it as a preventative. If they say if you have On Guard on you and you come into contact with people or objects that aren't sanitary, then those little things come into our system and try and attach onto cells. But what On Guard does, it actually stops those cells communicating with one another, so therefore the bugs can't attach to us. So it actually inhibits us getting sick, supposedly. So it's going to be fascinating for me to experiment with this over winter, and I can't wait. So I'm using On Guard already. Lavender every day lavender. In the bath with the kids. Oh, every time they fall over and scratch their toe or their knee or bites, everything. Lavender is also excellent for pain. If you I clocked my shoulder the other day, right on the bone, on the scapula, and it was just shooting pain through, and I thought, well, it's I don't know what to do. I just thought, look, if it was the kid and they came up and said, "Oh, I hurt myself," I said, "Oh, well, let's put some lavender on it." So I put some lavender on it, and literally 5 seconds, and it just stopped hurting. I was just blown away. So lavender and Frank are probably my two go-tos for the children, amongst so many others. But I'm just trying to stick to the Home Essentials kit because you've all got it. Hopefully you've all got it. And those oils are just amazing. I used all 10 within the first, week of having the kit, just experimenting with them. I've actually just given a friend a bottle of oregano she ordered from me, and she's saying because she's got a lot of personal things going on, but she's also struggled with her health for years. And she thinks that it could be due down to parasites and things like that in her gut. So she is now taking 2 drops of oregano in the morning and at night. And she's been doing that only for a couple of days over the weekend, and she is amazed. She's saying, you need to get people knowing about this for coughs. She said her lymphs have been enlarged for 3 years, and when I looked into that, it's because your lymph nodes process everything going through your body. So as soon as they come into contact with viruses and bacteria, they blow up. What do we do before we're getting sick? You know that feeling when your lymph nodes are just enlarged, and you go, something's happening. I'm going to be feeling very unwell soon, and you're just a sitting duck. That was always me. I was a sitting duck. I couldn't take cold and flu medicines. I was taking my probiotics. I was eating well. I was staying as healthy as I could, but you'd still get sick. And then what do? Like, you have to hit it. I mean, I don't have a fallback if I'm unwell. The kids need me. Ben has to go to work, and I don't have anyone around that I can lean on. So sickness isn't an option in this house for me. So now that I've got the oils, I feel that, and I'm like, just put some on guard. Oregano is great for immunity. And sure enough, like, it just doesn't hit. It just doesn't. Catching it soon is the best thing. What else can we do? Tea tree is another fantastic one. Peppermint. I'm loving peppermint. Peppermint for the beadlets. If anyone needs anything, get the peppermint beadlets. There's 125 for like $16. It's a bargain. And I just pop them in my mouth and I swallow them if I'm for digestion, really, with all the gut stuff I've got going on. But the other thing I do, then I pop another one and I burst it in my mouth, and it's just like fresh breath, and I'm awake again, and I'm focused and alert. So it's a really very simple thing to have for multiple uses, just in your handbag all the time. I guess the other thing I just want to touch on before this gets like a really long video, because I could sit here and talk to you for hours now, I've started, is getting the most out of your oils through the correct usage. When you come into contact with a oil, think of, I've got a magical rainbow in between my hands, and you come into contact and you've kind of got your usage, and it goes into your system, and then it metabolizes out. So this is about 2 to 3 hours, and then it's out again. So there's no point going, I'll put it on in the morning, and then you get home after a long day and you go, I feel crap, the oils didn't do anything. It's just like, well, they did for the first half of the day or for the first couple of hours, but no, then they do go out of your system because they metabolize out. I mean, it's just a natural process. They don't build up, which is a good thing. Like, you don't want things building up in your system, because that's the thing that's the issue with all the over-the-counter stuff these days, is that your body gets used to them and then they don't become effective anymore, and they're full of other nasty things that I don't even want to get into right now. But so think of 2 hours, every couple of hours. If you get a diffuser, it's a fantastic way just to get a low dose constantly all day. I have a little one sitting by my desk right here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. This is the Peebo. The Peebo I can get, they're normally about 40, but I can get you for 30. I just sit it here and it just sits and it wafts away, and when I'm doing some work it's really lovely. I normally have wild orange or a spearmint. If I'm doing webinars, I'll be using that. I have a bigger one, which is a Takeo. They go for over 12 hours, so they're fantastic for overnight or all day. If you just want to put stuff in there, turn it on. At least you know you're going to be getting the benefit all day. You don't have to worry about reapplying. So yeah, but if you're treating something, if you feel like you're coming down with something, if you have an injury, if you're trying to ease discomfort in your children, really think about that constant reapplication every couple of hours, because by staying on top of it, they're going to be healing for that longer period of time. If you start letting their body kind of wean down the other side, that's when the baddies kind of take back over again. So you're going to be in the seesaw effect. If you can kind of stay up here a little bit more, you're going to be a lot more effective. Yeah, so anyway, and I guess the last one I wanted to talk about, which has been quite effective for me, has been Claricalm. This last few days, this is a must for every woman. Like, really, you just got to get it. We all have hormones that affect us every day, whether we like it or not. This balances everything out. Doesn't matter if you are, a young child who's starting to get their hormones, a teenager who is going through that full-blown hormonal issues, mothers changing hormones with not when you're pregnant, but afterwards, or even when you're going through the change of life and menopause, because it balances out your estrogen and your progesterone and your testosterone, and so because those levels change in us on an hourly basis, this can be used all month round, or it can just be used during that time of the month. And I have never had so many women come up to me and go, "Oh my God, Hayley, thank you so much. You have no idea the change that this has made in only a short couple of days." Or even for some people instantly. I've got one friend who said, "Wow, this has changed my life, but more importantly, my husband says, 'What are you on? You're a completely different person.'" It's like, what is this stuff? This is amazing. So not only did she feel different from using this, but her husband noticed a difference in her. So that to me is amazing. So Claricalm, add that to your loyalty rewards program. I've got so many oils, and I should really do that on a regular basis. Just go through a couple of oils each day and talk to you about how I'm using them, if that's something that you'd be interested in hearing about. I want you to also just write down a couple of things, a couple of websites that will be useful for you. My doTERRA obviously is your back office. That's, get familiar with that one. It's fantastic. It's where, you place your orders. It's how we can enroll people. Yeah, all sorts of things like that. If you have any questions about how to set up an order, how to set up a loyalty rewards program order, how to enroll anyone, just call me. I'm on the phone. Happy to help. Another one is fantastic, which is doTERRA blog. That is great for ideas. It's got all sorts of DIY stuff. If you're looking for ideas for your mum for Mother's Day, essential oils are a fantastic gift, especially like Claricalm. Grab that for your mum. Yeah, or like Salubel. My mum is loving Salubel, which is an oil specifically, I guess, for skin, but anything to do with skin imperfections or even scarring, even for first aid, open woundy type scars. But Salubel is an amazing blend of essential oils, purely for that. So turn back the years with that one. So doTERRA blog, Dr. Axe. Now there's lots of websites out there, but I really do like the Dr. Axe one. He does some great webinar tour things on YouTube, and he has a really good website. So if you see anything from him, it's pretty legit. He's really good. The other one I like is one called Essential Oilpedia, PEDIA.com, all one word. Essential Oilpedia has all the oils and a really great list of what they are good for, very similar to the Modern Essentials book, I guess you could say. Just a different perspective. You can also search different things in their little search icon and lots of things will come up. So that's a really good one, a really comprehensive website. And then Jessie Reimers has her website called Get a Fresh Start. That's just great. She's got some wonderful blogs on there. Some other wellness advocates I'm following who aren't to do with our team, but that doesn't seem to matter in doTERRA. We're all one big happy family. Anastasia Bosserio, Borserio. She's an amazing, beautiful person. Her light just shines so bright. I met her at convention, and she does monthly kind of webinar things, which are really inspirational and beautiful. And so she's got a Facebook page. She does a lot. She has 3 children, So she does a lot of things around children and natural health and healing and inspiration and I guess spiritual type work as well for yeah, women especially. Tara Bliss is wonderful. She's also another one of that type of person that resonates really closely with me. And another lady who's actually in our team, Chantel Rolfs, Rolofs. Chantel is in Jessie's team, and she's just amazing. She's helping some of us at the moment with some classes up in Queensland who a girl from Singleton is sending her mum and sisters there to learn about doTERRA, and they're all keen to sign up, which is great. So maybe someone of you is watching us, watching me tonight. But Chantel, if you can follow her, she has actually a coaching website too. She did personal coaching before she did the oils, so she's got some beautiful stuff on her page that's really inspirational. For me, this is about empowering women, empowering people to understand that they're powerful people. We can give life. I mean, there's not much more powerful than giving life into this world. But I think we need to understand and listen to our bodies a lot more. It's something that I don't think I did up until I had the oils. You get pains and things. That's our body communicating with us. To think of that as a dashboard in your car, like if your dashboard started flashing oil light and go, I'm just going to stick some sticky tape over that and ignore it, and then complain when it breaks down and take it to the mechanic and it costs you $1,500 to fix it. It's like, well, why did you not, why did you cover up this thing? I just wanted to pretend I had oil, I didn't really want to replace that. I just thought, So we've got to listen to the warning signs because our body talks to us all the time. So physically was the first stage, I guess, for me to listen to, and now it's the emotional side and getting into the spiritual side of the oils, and the emotions book is really helping with that. Just trying to understand what is this that's going on inside of me when I'm feeling this. By empowering women, it's also, I guess, for me, it's empowering the next generation, which is really, really important. For me, I'm teaching my children another way to look after themselves, for them to listen to their bodies. My daughter now, when she has friends come over, she goes, do you want to come see my room? And then she takes them off to her bedroom, and then she comes back into the kitchen, and then she goes, do you want to see my oils? And then she opens up the box and goes, this is lavender, this is the one I have at bedtime, and this is, what else does she love? Balance. She loves her calming blend, and she really loves the Holiday Joy. She goes, this is Christmas. So then she gets out the Holiday Joy. But she's really proud of them. And one of Bernard's first words was oil, oil. So even to have an 18-month-old who can't talk, when he's unwell and you're supporting him with the oils and he knows that they're helping him, and he comes up to you and he pulls on your sleeve and points at the box, and then he points at what's hurting him, being its teething, or his chest, or if he hurt his hand, and he'll ask for it again, or he'll point to the back of his neck, or he'll lift up his shirt where he wants the oils. And to me, that's amazing, because they are so intuitive. They understand. They get it. They're not blindfolded by other distractions yet. So if you can let them embrace it to the best of your ability. Obviously, you want to still supervise. This is not something that is suitable for children's use unsupervised. It needs to be. This is medicine. It's a medicine cabinet. It needs to be treated with respect. But at the same time, grab some rollerballs, put a couple of drops in, and fill it up with fractionated coconut oil. That is a safe dilution for children. For anything, you can give that to them, knowing that they can apply it themselves and feel involved in their own healthcare and their own support. So yeah, I give a little one with some lavender and white fur for Bernard just before he goes to bed. and for every nap too, because he's teething, he's drooling again, he's got the molars, and he asked for it, and he puts it on, and he puts it on there, and he puts it on his feet, and he asks like, dirt, can I dirt? I was like, yeah, you can put it there. It's like, he goes, dirt, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I go, dirt, and I'm like, yeah, there. So he'll check. So it's about education of the next generation. And I guess the other thing is that us women, we're 50% of the globe. You know, we're in every home of everywhere, and I really feel like these oils need to be in every home, because everyone needs to know that they exist. I didn't know. I mean, I knew about them, but I didn't know the full power that they come with. And you are lucky enough to now have them experienced, have them in your life, be experiencing them in your life. I need to smell some more spearmint because I'm babbling over my words. So if I can get these oils into women's hands so they can help the next generation, so they can help their families, and so hopefully they don't have to go through things that I went through. You know, I would have loved a bit of extra support, especially over the last couple of years. I had a lot of things going on, which these oils would have been fantastic for. My dad got really sick, and I know I can't change the past, but I do always wonder if I'd known about these beforehand, if something would have been different, even if I could just support him physically or emotionally with them, whether that would have made his time here a bit more easy for him. And I don't really want to think what ifs, but a huge motivation for me is that if I can get this into a home and they're aware of it, and then they have unfortunate circumstances that lead them down a terrible path, that they have other options available to them. And to me, that is a huge motivation to communicating this to as many people as possible and how powerful these oils are. And if nothing else, it's just limiting people's use of nasty stuff, toxins, chemicals, things that alter, hormone endocrine system. Even I love candles, I love an open flame, but now I go to a bathroom and they've got the Amipure spraying everywhere, and I'm like, get this away from me. I don't want to smell this. This is not good for my body. My body actually has an adverse reaction to it now. It's a physical body reaction. So I cannot be near this type of product anymore. This is not what my body needs, and it's not good for me. So that's been a really interesting thing that I'm now aware of with this process. And if I can help people just change a couple of things, I don't know, just even if it's just the simple spray and wipe. That was a big thing in our family, just finding a cleaning product that was simple and easy to use, that wasn't toxic to the children. My son would just get a runny nose and a rash as soon as I'd use a cleaning spray on his, changing high chair or the kitchen table or their play table. Which, what do? You've got Weet-Bix stuck, you've got to clean it with something. So I went to soap and water and vinegar and lemon. I just can't handle. So the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, $18, get it. It's amazing. It's 10% off this month. Yay! So get the cleaner concentrate. You need 2 tablespoons into a full spray bottle, and away you go. Glass, stainless steel, wood, tiles. I did my bath, I did my toilet, I spray the sink. It's just easy. Or you can make your own. Just make sure you put it into glass. Essential oils and plastic don't mix. So we should do another one on essential oil safety. That would be good. We can cover a few things there, but it's been a little while. It's been 4 minutes already, so I should stop talking. I just really wanted to get this off my back. It was this big monkey on my back saying, do it, do it, do it. I'm like, no, I need to wash my hair. I need to put makeup on. It's like 11:30 at night and I shouldn't be doing this stuff. But I thought, no, if I do it, it's done. And yeah, I have no idea what I've talked about. That's not true. I've welcomed you all. I've welcomed you to my team. I love you all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for using. Thank you for just opening those bottles and using them to support you and your family. Um, I've shared with you my why I'm so passionate about these oils and bringing them into people's lives. There's a lot more to my why. I really need to make it more succinct, but if I can help people, let's go through it physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Because even financially, it's important for me and for some other women in my team. It's life changing. It gives you an option when you don't think you have one. Um, I I thought for me to earn six figures would be, 10 years in a job, working your way up through the corporate ladder. Well, sorry, you have to start with the university. Do 3 to 4 years at university, then get out, get in a job that you like in this economic climate. Work your way up through the ladders, play the game because it is a game. Because I've been there, but to get that promotion and to keep building at that rate. And I'm sorry, every organization is a pyramid because it gets tighter and tighter the higher you go. There is less and less positions. Um, and it's harder and harder to get. It's a fight out there. And I found myself competing with other women in the office. And it's like, that's not the mentality that I want to bring my daughter up into. I don't want women to be the competition. I want women to be the support. I want us to work together to, achieve our goals. That's the power in our ability. Every other organization I've worked with, you've got to step on people, to kind of get where you want to get to. You've got to be better than everyone. It has to be a competition. And then hopefully you will get rewarded for that, but it's not always guaranteed. Or in doTERRA, it's beautiful. Like I grow when my team grows. Like I do well when I, help my team do well. Um, if I can educate and empower people to just use these oils in every way possible to support them on so many levels, that fills my heart. Like that makes me happy. And then when I hear stories of like, oh, I've just shared this with my sister, or I was at the shops and I met this person, they told me this, and then all of a sudden, blah blah blah, and it's just, it's it's life changing. You're changing. I mean, that sounds like a really big thing to throw out there, but I've got some stories of really powerful life changing experiences just from introducing them to these oils. And I couldn't take that back for a second. When I got the oils, I just thought, great, I'm set. But after one drop, I was like, the world needs to know about this. I'm 2:30 in the morning in the kitchen saying, I just gave my son this tiny little bit of lime, not even a drop, in his full bottle of water. And it eased his discomfort, a discomfort of coughing, constantly not being able to stop every single night for days. And this just stopped it in like 20 seconds. Just no more coughing. No Panadol, no Nurofen, nothing. Like it was almost unbelievable because I wasn't aware of the cellular effect that it had on your body. I knew about the smells and I believed in what they were saying with what I'd read, but without actually experiencing it. I want everyone to have that experience. I want everyone to have that. That just worked. I still get that, and I've been using them for 5 months. I still go, I can't believe I doubted it. That just worked amazing. So yeah, they never cease to amaze me. I'm always growing. I'm always learning. And when I share, one of my the first person I enrolled, Megan, mwah, love you. I shared with her one drop of lime. I didn't even have my kit yet. I had lime as a freebie for signing up, and she signed up off one drop of lime because she had the same cough that Bernard had, and it helped her sleep through first time in a week. And she was like, what is this stuff? I need to know about this. Sign me up. And then, my neighbour heard about it, and then, my other neighbour heard about it, and then my girlfriend called me up and goes, oh, you're selling oils. I need oils. And I'm like, I didn't even know people knew about this stuff. And now it's just, 6 people in 10 days. It was crazy. So sometimes life just throws this thing into your ballpark, and you've just got to pick it up and run with it. If you're waiting for the perfect time to start using them, to start experimenting, or even just to start sharing them, or even if you have a dream of a business or a dream of helping people, when you wake up in the morning and you could do absolutely anything with your life, what would it be? That's what I ask. Because if you woke up in the morning and you didn't have to worry about money anymore, and you had all the time in the world, and you didn't have to worry about cleaning the house or, any of those mundane activities, and you could just emanate, I don't know, whatever it is inside your heart out into the world, and you go, who can I serve today? Who can I help? Whose life can I improve by helping them in some way? If you wake up every morning with that mindset, imagine the good we can do in this world. Ben Lee, who is that musician guy, he's a wellness advocate, and I found that out at convention, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought, why? But he's actually doing it from a whole different perspective. He doesn't need the money, and it's not important to him. What important to him is the philanthropic and humanitarian side of things. So he, I guess, encourages people with that philanthropic or entrepreneurial background to start to use this as a platform to support other causes, which is, again, if you're getting income in and you're looked after, and abundance isn't just money. Abundance is an abundance of money, it's abundance of time, it's abundance of health. You've got to be healthy to be able to enjoy the money, to be able to have the time. It's an abundance of love and friendship. It's everything. It's life. So when I say abundance in my posts, I'm not just talking, the green stuff. It's not about that. It's about nourishing your soul on so many levels. If we can get more money into the hands of entrepreneurial philanthropic, humanitarian type people and out of the big corporate pharmaceutical companies, imagine the good we can do in this world. Just imagine all this. It could be anything from, I don't know, supporting local communities to a local shelter to someone's always wanting to open up a refuge for animals, or provide money for families that can't afford, education or healthcare or something. I don't know. It can be anything. Scholarships, creating your own scholarship fund for an area of interest that you're passionate about. I mean, this is things that are open to me now, which really excites me. I feel like, it's not going to happen in the next, 6 months, but give me 2 years. And 2 years is nothing. 2 years is a blink. And this is just part-time around, kids sleeping and preschool, and I don't have daycare. I've always got Bernard with me still, and I do a lot at night. It's nearly midnight here, but I love it. I love doing this. So, it doesn't feel like work to me. And people go, oh, I heard about your business. Business sounds so formal. I'm like, it is a business, but I just love talking to people about, how can what's going on with you today? I guess I always ask, how are you feeling today? How are the kids? What do they say? Forward. So it's family, occupation, recreation, or dreams. They're the 4 topics that you can, if you're ever stuck for a conversation, they're the 4 things. Forward. Family, occupation, recreation, or dream. if you just, it's not about a sale. Never been about a sale. If I sold you these oils, I will pay you the money and take them back, because these aren't about a sale. These are about support. These are about exchanging money for something that is of immense value to everyone, whether they know it or not. Immense value and support, because it's an investment. It is, but it's by far worth it. I mean, a home essentials kit breaks down to 14 cents a drop across those oils. That's it. That's a lot of power for 14 cents per drop in those beautiful 10 oils. So I've now been talking for 45 minutes. So I've gone through the websites that have been really good. I've gone through some oils that I love out of the Home Essentials kit and not in the Home Essentials kit. But for now, I'm going to sign off. And thank you for listening. And hopefully this was of use. I will see you all again soon. Bye.